Hey guys, it's Amber, and I am super excited to share with you my first ever completed day in the life project. So I'm using this older album here. I did have the blue one that I was planning to originally use because it came with this year's kit and matched. However, it had like all this like love and sunsets and laughter, and honestly the vibe didn't seem to go very well with this year's day in the life that I chose. So one of the things that I did do was take the pressure off myself to get certain photos made. It's not possible for me to do them all in one day because of what my work looks like and what has been going on in the world lately. So my life looks a lot different than normal days. So what I did is I started with a little formula here, and I'm using this day in the life album that I've had sitting around. And I went with the 3x8 prompt cards for this. I picked April 6th, which is just a few days ago, but I've kind of been gathering photos for like the last 2 weeks basically. So I might not be wearing the same outfit, or my hair might look different, but I decided I didn't care. And my other goal was to use as much of this day in the life chipboard as possible because I have so much product. I did not use just loving all these things because it wasn't negative, but it wasn't like loving anything. And I didn't put let's celebrate this totally normal day because we're not having normal days. I wanted to use right now, but I didn't fit it in, and I wanted to use so darn busy on my work stuff, but I had some other things that I wanted to use to help tell that story instead. So I have the chipboard on the front here for the stories of daily life, and my basic, super basic design formula is photo of something on the left, the page protector, in this case my photos here for my spread, and then my journaling, and then the next page with a divider in the middle. So right now these are not doing anything, and I might even end up taking them out, but for now they're just kind of in there as a design element. The only one that's functional is this very first one. So what I have here is my day in the life intro, my stamp, my One Canoe 2 day stamp. I could have tried other ones, but I could tell it was a small space and that one fit really well. On the left hand side here I have some free digital word art from Ali Edwards about coronavirus, and some journaling to talk about what everyone in the world's going through right now. And I have my little chipboard here that says I want to remember what life looks like right now. And then from this awesome paper tag kit, I used this schedule 6x3 tag. I wanted to use more of them, but again, it just didn't really fit into my flow of what I was going on, so I'll just save them for another project. But what I did is I added a little bit of pattern paper here at the bottom, very, very simple schedule, and then one of these patches, and so this one's the alarm clock, and that is actually glued onto the actual page protector. On the back side I have my work photo for my working. This is kind of going through the day, AM through PM, but also kind of the flow of the stories sort of makes sense, I think. But I have a 3x6 photo. I changed it to black and white because it's like a really weird colored wall in the back. I'm wearing green, which would have matched, but just a photo of myself at work. What I forgot to journal about, because I ended up using less space, was that my hair is back. Usually my hair is down, but right now it's easier to wear masks and things, and I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not touching my hair. Keeps my hair out of my eyes and my face. Use the AM journaling here and one of those tags from that kit that says highs and lows. And this is a weird time for me because I've been at my job for almost 15 years this August, and it's the first time I've ever had to go on unemployment. I'm 36, I've been at my job since I was 21. We're working part-time so we can take advantage of everything, but it's weird and giving me anxiety and just a strange time. So this was a really therapeutic project to write everything down. So my journaling's about that. For my going story here, I have my running errands chipboard down here at the bottom, and the patch with the shopping cart. This is at Target, and showing how the shelves are empty. And my story is about the fact that we're only going to like 3 places. I get gas, I get groceries, I go to work, and that's it because we have a stay-at-home order in Pennsylvania. So I used 2 basic pattern papers here actually. Let me go back. They are one from Heidi Swapp, which is called Pineapple Crush. And that's this pink dotted paper, and I used a little bit of the back side. And this one from MME, which is a floral, which kind of went with the colors of my kit, and the yellow stripe on the back. So those are the only patterns that I use. They're pretty different, but I do like the way that they went with the colors of the album. Like pink wouldn't go with this, but it worked for this photo here, and I like the way the pink played off the teal. So I wanted to do 3x8 photos, but the crop on everything didn't look right. Like it would have literally just been shelves and very hard to tell what was going on, or just the cart and then you couldn't see the sign. So it was just, I ended up going with 3x4s for everything. And they're glued right to the back of this card. So I'm using all 3x8 page protectors. So just to help the patch stand out, because this is very white, I punched out a little 1.5 inch circle with my punch of the pink and then put it on top there. So then my journaling is just about all the places that I'm going, which is really very few right now. Next is learning. And what I used for my learning story was how to make homemade masks, and that I ended up creating my own YouTube tutorial for how to make them. So I used that pattern paper. I put a little bit of a stripe here, a photo of my YouTube video, and then I have, this is from another kit. I think it was another week in the life, and it says today's tasks, and just journaling about how I'm making masks for my family and myself. And I have the it is what it is, because it's just such a weird time. For wearing, the reason I put learning in front of wearing is because now I'm talking about how my outfit consists of my work uniform, a mask, and gloves, and pajamas. There's no other clothes being worn because I'm not really going anywhere. I might change into a different shirt, but I try to run my errands right after work, so I'm still dressed. And then I change and wash my clothes right away as soon as I get home. So I'm talking about how that is different. This is from another Week in the Life kit, I believe from 2019, and I have the Embracing Real Life right now. So that's wearing. And then here we have my feeling. And this is kind of talking about how I'm handling my anxiety, and that is including a daily nap. So I've got, and we used to never let our kittens spend the night or stay with us in our room, but my boyfriend's working from home and I'm trying to take naps and they meow to get in. So now they are loving laying on me, climbing on me, or just laying next to me and being adorable, and taking naps with me every day. So I have my Just Tired chipboard, some of that pink paper peeking out there. And then I have a red puffy heart with one of the word phrase stickers from the kit that says daily routine. And just talking about how sleeping is helping with my anxiety. For eating, and also a note on this, there's a couple that I flipped over so that the tabs still go sequentially down, but this one would have been with this layout, and the green was just too stark for all the pink and red I had going on, so I swapped them by flipping them upside down. So normally it came in the kit looking like this, which makes sense, but I just flipped it over so that the tab was in the right spot. But because my daily schedule looks so different, I talk about here that like there's no fancy breakfast. I'm leaving at 4:30 in the morning to go to work. So I'm just eating a protein bar, coming home to eat lunch, so it's just like a sandwich, and then just having fun making dinners. But I didn't take any special pictures of our dinner, but I did make cupcakes. And I have a picture of myself enjoying one of those cupcakes. So just keeping it simple, but still trying to show that we are having some joy. I'm going to use a rainbow puppy sticker here from Elle Studio. So that's my eating portion. Here we have listening, and I actually struggled with this one. I haven't really been listening to music much. I listen to like podcasts and things, but I didn't take any pictures of that. So what I have is the news, and that's from the same coronavirus digital file from Allie, and I just cut off the N and then used my UGG chipboard, which I was also thinking about using for work because I wear green, but ended up switching it around. And here I have the cell phone patch. So just talking about how everything in the news is terrible, but it's kind of important how we listen to it, because we're hearing about updates and school closing and safety info, and when we have to be forced to stay at home and things like that, and just how I'm on my phone quite a bit. For my loving category, I've been doing a lot of scrapbooking, like this project, getting caught up on old projects, doing some reorganizing, which is what this photo is. I was going to take little pictures of layouts I've been working on, but they were kind of all over the place color-wise, so I just went with that one. And I have Making Time for the Things That Matter Most from the Day in the Life chipboard, and this making stuff is from the old craft story kit. And I just punched out some of that straight paper to make it stand out. So that's my loving. And then for watching, we have, we watched Onward on Disney Plus when it came out. And this was another one of the ones where I flipped this. So normally the starburst goes up, I just flipped it so it's coming down and kind of coming from the movie. And I also, whatever this one was green dashes. It just didn't really go with my layout at all. So I just flipped that around and used my PM chipboard to end my stories and just talking about how we had popcorn and snuggled up on the couch with cats and watched Onward and how much I cried, and it was really a great movie. For this last piece, I just did a piece of paper to help wrap things up. I picked this color so it would go against this striped piece. And then this is from the Week in Life chipboard kit from last year. It says This Season of Life. So love This Season of Life. And then my last divider here. So really happy with how it came out. Like I said, I gave myself a challenge to use as much of the chipboard as possible because I generally tend to hoard things. But I'm so glad this is out. I cannot wait to do the Gratitude 3x4 cards later. Because it's all just thankful for in different colors, so it'll all match, but it'll be a totally different story in a couple months when things have gone hopefully back to normal after this whole coronavirus. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy, and stay safe out there, guys.